So reaction does continue to come in from Canadian officials following the strikes in Iran, including from Prime Minister Mark Carney. He spoke earlier today in Mumbai, where he is on a trade mission. Carney says Canada supports the actions taken by the United States. Have a listen.
Canada's position on the developments in the Middle East remains clear. The Islamic Republic of Iran is the principal source of instability and terror throughout the Middle East. It has one of the world's worst human rights records and must never be allowed to obtain or develop nuclear weapons. Canada supports the United States acting to prevent Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon and to prevent its regime from further threatening international peace and security. And the Canadian government urges the protection of all civilians in this conflict.
So that was a little bit from Prime Minister Mark Carney speaking earlier this morning from Mumbai. CBC's Catherine Cullen is also in Mumbai. Catherine, what else did the Prime Minister say, because we just heard a little clip there, about the attack on Iran?
He talked about Iran's numerous opportunities to de-escalate the situation, Adrian, and he did say in question, part of a Q&A he did with a journalist, in a serious conflict, you have to make choices. I think that's an interesting remark because it could certainly apply to the United States, the decision to engage in this attack. At the same time, it may well be of application ultimately to the Canadian government, saying in a fashion, there is a choice to make here. We are choosing to back the United States because just up until this moment, in fact, hours, well, minutes, in fact, before this attack took place, Foreign Affairs Minister Anita Anand was telling reporters here in Mumbai that if in the case of a U.S. attack, what were her thoughts on a possible U.S. attack, which was going to come just minutes later, that the ideal was a negotiated solution at a table, that was something Canada was always going to favor. So Canada has indeed made a choice here, backing the United States. Again, that call to protect civilian lives. He also said he's had a series of discussions with both the Minister of Foreign Affairs and he talked about the President as well about the possibility of this happening in recent weeks. That said, he was very clear that Canada was in no way involved in any of the actions we're seeing here. So we wait to see how Mark Carney and other allies, follow the situation as it evolves. The question about what will happen to the Iranian people, the conflict itself, but Mark Carney making it pretty clear that the Canadian government is supporting the United States actions in all of this.
Indeed. I mean, a lot's moving really quickly. We understand that an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council has been called for later this day. So we will be hearing from more people. But it wasn't long after the Prime Minister made a statement that we heard from Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre, who weighed in. What did he say?
He's put a post out on social media. He called the Iranian regime the principal source of terror in the Middle East and around the world. The Conservatives have long been very vociferous about their concerns about the Iranian regime, not holding back at all in how they talk about that regime. He expressed support for what he called the principled and courageous people of Iran to topple the regime. So being more pointed there than what we heard from the Prime Minister. He also said Conservatives support the United States, Israel, and our allies across the Gulf to defend their sovereignty and dismantle the clerical military dictatorship of Iran. Again, the Conservatives have long been very pointed in their criticism of the Iranian regime, and we are seeing that reflected today in this statement that's been posted online by Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre.
Okay, thank you. That is CBC's Catherine Cullen in Mumbai.